All right, how do I sound?
You sound good.
I sound good? Okay, you ready?
Your hoodie's like touching it.
Is that good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Jindy Podcast. We're your hosts.
Tyler and Alyssa.
Yeah.
Uh,
You always start over.
yeah, it was really jarring. It was really loud.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It threw me off. It's not a big deal though. I just touched my glasses and I have fingerprint.
Oh, no. Okay. All right. Hey, guys, welcome back to the Jindy Podcast. We're your hosts.
Tyler and Alyssa.
Yeah.
This is our off-topic topic where we talk about things off-topic.
I might keep in a little
Did it
bit
just
of...
out focus?
I don't know. Something is happening to us today, okay? We are not having the best of luck this morning.
I've been up since like 5:45 p.m. yesterday.
And I got like 3 hours of
I was texting Tyler all night.
We were like sitting there back and forth like
I was not sitting. I was working.
She was working hard.
I was on the clock.
And I was in bed texting when I should have been sleeping, but I was not tired.
And then he was like, "It's 4:00 in the morning," and I was like, "See you at 7."
I had to get up anyway
Really
because my
ate,
kids
but-
had to get on the bus. But we this morning we ordered coffee, and
We did
I didn't order
from an unknown source that you'll definitely not guess from the cup.
Yeah, I didn't order the right size for her, and she spilt my drink in the back seat of her car.
Sure did. Just sure did.
So
made a. I don't even think it was that bad of a turn, but it must have been because that thing went. I just heard the ice and I heard it fall, and I was like, "Fuck!" I was so mad. I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
So then she texted me. She said, "You're gonna hate me," and I'm like, "Why?
No, Gabby,
Why
I'm
am I gonna
sorry.
hate you?" She's like, "I spilt your coffee."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, okay, that's fine."
Yeah. Technically, my car spilled the coffee. But
Her car spilled the coffee.
Gabby. But no.
Gabby's wanting to play this morning. And then for some reason our camera was having trouble focusing in. It's a whole, I don't know what is happening.
I'm literally fairly certain it's not focused on me. I think it's focused on you. See, look, I'm blurring.
She's blurring.
I'm blurring. Gabby, chill.
I wonder if maybe it's because the angle of the camera. Hey guys, welcome back to the Jindy Podcast. We're your hosts,
Tyler and Alyssa.
Yeah.
This is our off-topic topic where we talk about things off-topic.
Yeah. This is take 925,000. I don't know. We're having a morning. A serious morning. I'm going to start the conversation over.
Just over and over
Just
and over.
over and over and over again.
How was your week?
Busy. Really busy. So, as you guys know, we're having an event coming up here in like
2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Less than that.
On the 13th of September, which ironically is my daughter's birthday. We have an event coming up. My mom came over on Sunday to help us. Okay. Her picture just moved. I don't know if you guys could see that, but for those that aren't watching, the picture on Alyssa's side, it like looked like it got knocked, which was kind of creepy because I never thought this place was haunted before.
Me neither.
So that was new. Anyway.
It's a new ghost.
It's a new ghost. It's new. So we are putting shirts together for this event to give away at the event for new subscribers that subscribe to our podcast. So my mom came over to help us put the shirts together and help us fix the shirts. So that was very busy. We got like 59 shirts to give away. It was time consuming because I didn't know all that went into making shirts. So you have to buy this vinyl to put on the shirt, the heat press onto the shirt. And then you have to use the Cricut to make the print on the shirt. And then you do all that. Then you have to cut the print and peel off the layer of stuff on the print to get then the shape of the print. And then you got to press that onto the shirt and hope that it sticks. Just pray.
To whatever God you believe in.
Yes. So we did that. Took us, with one Cricut, took us 10 hours to make those shirts. Just to make
half
the shirts.
That's That's crazy.
My mom was here until 12 o'clock at night. Then, so we got 29, 30 shirts done, front and back. We still have to do the front and back of 30 more shirts.
I mean, that's still better than
Having 9. We'll have it all done before the 30th.
the 30th.
The 13th. My bad. My brain is not working this morning. We are working on no sleep.
I fear
She
you
got no
are.
sleep. I got 3 hours, and my brain is just like, what?
Hey, you want to know what happened to me in a week? I completely changed my life.
She did.
I decided a week ago today, actually. What about now? I decided to leave my boyfriend, and I found a new apartment,
She did.
and I signed a lease for that new apartment.
She did.
And now I have to pack and move into said apartment this Sunday.
Do you have
This Sunday.
Do you have a lot of stuff you have to pack up?
Yes and no. I mean, things add up. You know what I
They
mean? Like, you
do.
have dishes and you have
Yeah.
appliances and shit and clothes, but clothes I can put in trash bags. I wanted to go through all of the clothes that are downstairs in the basement that have been in boxes since I moved in, and throw out a lot of stuff because
Why do you have it if you don't wear it?
right. Well, there's a reason I haven't been wearing it.
Yeah,
To
I
be
know.
fair,
Yeah.
there is a reason why I haven't been, and so I do need to go through and I need to see what fits me, what doesn't, and I need to just do a cleanse and then pack what I decide to keep. There's some stuff that I keep for sentimental purposes only, even though I haven't worn it in years, but stuff that I'll never throw away, like high school memorabilia. Like I have a pair of sweats that have my high school name on it. I have a hoodie with an old hoodie. It's a matching hoodie to the sweats, except for it's not, because it's not the same color. But I always wore it together when I was in high school, and it's also a hoodie for my school. Fun fact, in our town, you could go to your local, the one that I went to high school and stuff. You could go to your local Walmart and you could literally buy sweats and hoodie that was for the high school.
Really?
Yeah, because it was such a small town at the time. Now it's grown a lot, and so I don't know if they still do it, but there was only a couple of stores, and Walmart was the only big major one.
That's a good, I wasn't a very big, my school doesn't exist anymore. And I'm sure, way back when we started the podcast, I talked about it, but my school, for anybody that's new, my school doesn't exist anymore. It doesn't.
I definitely
combined it.
Did not know that. I don't think you've ever told me that. Oh, they did. They combined it into like a middle and a high school.
Oh, they combined it high school. So I grew up over in Ohio. I didn't grow up in Kentucky. I'm from Ohio. My school was a school that combined it two other schools. So my school and then the other school, that our schools were rival to. So they combined it to make one huge school. So that school and that school no longer exist, and they're just into one school.
You know what I actually hate with a passion? The schools that are like elementary school, middle schools, and high schools all in one. I think that I don't know, like, obviously it's just my opinion, like, obvious, you can feel however you want to about it, and I don't think it's like a hot take or anything, but I just feel like it's important to have that separation.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, like, it just feels wrong.
My kids' schools are separate. The high school and the middle school and elementary school are all separate. I do think that the elementary school is separate, like, from the middle school and high school. I think the high school and middle school are all in one building.
But I don't like that, because you got middle schoolers who are running with the high schoolers, and you got, like, I don't know, I like the clear, obvious separation, because it makes you feel like you're growing up.
Yeah,
or
you're growing up.
It makes you feel more
adult.
No,
I get what you're.
Yeah. So I don't know, when you're. Oh God, I spilled another coffee today.
So my middle school and my high school were combined it to a point. Like, they were separate, but they were also combined it. So, like, the high school was its
combined.
Am I saying it wrong?
I don't know. Say it again.
Combined it.
Combined.
Is that not a word?
I think it's just combined. Is it combined?
Because, see, I hate the English language because
Never
things
mind,
sound right Like
It's
when
like when
you combine something.
it's
But
combined.
yeah, because
I don't know. It sounds wrong. It's like I'm not trying to say you are because I don't know. It sounds, you know how like when you're trying to write a word but it looks wrong and you're like, is that how you spell it? Is that how you spell it? And it is, but you're like, that's wrong. That's what I'm clicking. It's
yeah,
what I'm
no, I
clocking
get
right
it.
now.
I do that all the time. I'm not right.
Because I don't know. It doesn't even matter. It's 8 a.m. I'm tired.
I'm gonna take my glasses off. They're
But
hurting my
anyways,
face.
their schools were combined.
Yeah, but they were like separate too. The middle school you never touched, like you never went into the high school. It was in one area.
A lot of them are. A lot of them are like a they do have a clear separation inside the building. But to me, if everyone's going to the same place, it feels weird to me. I don't know.
But I haven't been to this school, so I could be it. I think they're all combined.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to clock you on it because I don't even know.
No, okay. I don't know either. It sounds right
Just
to
keep
me,
saying it.
but
It's fine.
so but I don't know how they're separated either because I've never been inside that school because that school became a school way after I graduated.
Right.
And
I think my school's gonna be there for at least the rest of my life. My high school.
Well, I never thought about schools.
Right, like how they change.
Well, or them just disappearing and no longer existing.
Right. Well, my middle school was the old high school. So all of like my friends' parents, because I'm not from that town, all of my friends' parents who went to school there, they went to high school in the middle school. And then the elementary school was right next to the now middle school.
Mm-hmm.
And then they made the high school, the new high school, they made it pretty opposite of the direction of the middle school and elementary school. It's still in town, but it's like, okay, weird placement since the other two are right next to each other.
Right. I also think that like places like Cincinnati State, I could be wrong, don't quote me on it because I could remember wrong. I think Cincinnati State used to be a high school before it became a college.
You know, that makes a lot of sense because I toured Cincinnati State because I was going to go there for culinary. So in high school, I toured it and it looked like a high school.
Yeah.
I like the whole time I was in there, I was like, this is college?
Yeah. Because I think there was like a part that, what happened?
Did you see it?
No. Did it unfocus?
It did.
We are having technical difficulties. Sorry,
Maybe
guys.
we should read the signs.
Maybe we should read the signs. I think one part of it used to be a high school, and then they combined it like
that would
extra
make
stuff
so
to it.
much sense because it looked like a fucking high school, and all of the lockers, like it looked like a high school.
Yeah,
and I'm just here like the whole time. I was like, "This is what college is. What's the upgrade?"
So it's funny. I don't know why we're on this topic, but we are. But I think it's funny that college experiences that you see on movies aren't exactly the college experiences that you.
We could talk about that. We could definitely talk about that. That could be our topic.
Okay.
Which is great because we were having a hard time because we're so tired. So hold on to that thought. But Cincinnati State for sure see that as a high school. My high school, however, I actually really liked my high school, but I'm one of those people who like to learn. I liked my high school for a specific reason, okay? I liked it because by the time I got to the high school, they had added on a career and tech part of the building. Like they had added on to the high school and they had made it career and tech.
Yeah.
A career and tech center, I mean.
Yeah.
And so you had career paths when you went into high school.
Yeah, pause. My husband's calling. Hello.
And we're back.
So I had small schools is what we called them, which I never really saw the point in them. So I was in a small school called WASIPA, which was like a performing arts school.
Why were you at a performing arts school?
I had a dream to be in High School Musical.
Didn't that come out? Never mind.
It came out.
You're way older than you are.
No, High School Musical came out when I think I was in high school.
That's crazy. A fun fact, I always thought that those movies were overrated, and I never really cared for them.
Okay, that was the only, like, I got into some trends, but not like a major amount of trends.
I really liked Sharpay. And so what I did like was when she got her own spin-off movie called Sharpay's Fabulous Adventures.
Yeah.
And that movie I loved because I love Sharpay. But the High School Musical ones,
I feel like Sharpay was better in High School Musical 3. I feel
I
like
love
High
Ashley
School
Tisdale.
I feel like I do too. I feel like High School Musical was better. But yeah, I was in a small school called Wasipa. And fun fact, my gym class was a dance class. And the only thing I will say that I hated about dance class was I had to wear tights for certain
I'm having a hard time with picturing this. Why were you at a performing arts school though? Like specifically.
So they had a thing called scientific studies where you studied harder on scientific stuff. Then you had a social studies one. Then you had performing arts. And I think you had another one. I can't remember what it was. I think there was like 3 different ones. But the only
Probably
different
reading and comprehension of some kind.
Yeah, I think it was like a language arts one.
Yeah.
But I don't really think they were much different. I mean, mine did focus a little, like, health class was a performing arts health class.
Okay.
So we did plays and stuff. I did a play where I was like Jack Nimble and I had to jump over a chair. And the days that I could actually jump over a chair. When we were at the play, I had these pants that had like burn marks on it because I fell on the candlestick. And
wait, why was it lit? Why was it like real fire?
No, it wasn't real fire. It just was painted. It was just the indication that I fell on it. So when I did the part, when I walked around the chair, okay, it was set up kind of like a Maury thing. I was several different characters, okay, in this play. But one of them was I was Jack Nimble, and it was set up kind of like a Maury thing where you had to kind of like walk around like you were doing like characters, like the story time characters, like what are they called? Those character nursery rhymes. So I was a nursery rhyme character, and we were set up in kind of like a Maury situation. So when I came out on the stage, I had to come out and I had to shake my butt because like there was the burnt mark on my butt, and I was talking about how like I fell on the candlestick. And now that I think about it, it sounds so wrong, but you know.
Okay.
And then I had to jump over a chair at one point.
That sounds dangerous.
It was a very interesting.
Like you need like a stunt double for that.
Yeah, I was my own stunt double. It was a very interesting thing. We focused on like choir, dance class, and like performing, like making it performing arts, I guess.
My issue is I can't take acting seriously. Like when I do it, like I could never act because I can't take it seriously. Because you want me to do what?
What do you want me to do?
And you know, the people who act, I give you a lot of kudos, I give you a lot of credit, especially if you're good at it, because how do you do that stuff with a straight face and knowing everybody and their mother's gonna see it? That stresses me out. But you know, the money probably outweighs, you know, any embarrassment. But
yeah, that's true. It has to. Yeah.
But for me, our school was more like we had the Career and Tech Center, which focused around biology and engineering and auto mechanics. And we had a culinary track, and we did have theater and choir, but I never did any of that. And we had JATC, which, if you don't know, it's Junior Reserve Officer Training Course. I cannot believe I remembered that.
The fact that you did tell a story about it one time.
I did. My first day in class, they made us do push-ups. Literally, my first day in high school, they made us do push-ups, and I farted. I don't know why they made me exercise. It was really embarrassing, but the guy next to me pretended not to notice, so thank you. You're a real G for that. And then, of course, I pulled my pants down in front of my first sergeant that one time, which was really interesting. And I don't know if he pretended not to notice out of obvious courtesy, and the fact that I'm a girl,
Why
or
did
if
you-
he genuinely didn't notice. But I like to believe that he didn't notice because, for my own sake.
Why did you do that?
I'm pretty sure I've told the story before. So for JTC, it's an army class, and so
Mhm.
you have to wear your uniforms and your nice, your blues, and it's focusing again. If you're on YouTube, ignore it.
Yeah, please.
So because we can't figure it out.
We
So
don't know why it's having an issue today.
basically, I had to get fitted for my pants. And so he took me and another girl. I won't name her name. Thank you, girl, though. You helped me out. So he takes us to this back closet with like all of the uniforms and stuff in there. And he hands me a pair of pants. And I hear him go towards the door. And I could have sworn, like, I don't know, in my head, I was like, oh, he's gone. He's not in here anymore. So I start taking my pants off to try on the pants he had given me, the uniform pants, and all I see, and I'm like taking my jeans off, they're down to my fucking ankles, and all you see is the girl that I'm with just wide-eyed, like, what are you doing? And and I was like, I'm changing, I'm trying them on, I don't know what you're talking about, like, what's the problem? And she's like trying to without getting his attention, gesture that like
he's still in the room.
still in the room. And so I'm like, oh shit. And I didn't say that, but I was like, oh fuck. I didn't say that either, but you know what I mean? And
I would have said it.
I probably did, if I'm being honest. And I pull my pants back up and I turn around and he's in the room, but his back is turned. So again, and he's by the door. So again, I don't know
why you thought.
I don't know if he saw and just was like, I'm not even going to bring that up. I don't know. I really genuinely hope he didn't notice and that his back was turned the whole time and that girl really saved me. Wishful thinking, maybe.
Wishful thinking. You poor thing. But we did have career schools in the Oaks. So like the Oaks.
I don't know what that is.
So they're like for your junior and senior year, you can go to these things called the Oaks. So ultimately, it's like a college experience. Like
it's like a trade school.
So the Oaks are trade schools. I deferred my diploma, so I went my senior year into my out of high school, and that's just because I had an IEP and I was able to do that. But I didn't complete my course because I went for hairdressing.
I knew you were gonna fucking say that, and that would be so cool because I could really use somebody to cut my hair.
I can trim hair. I can trim it pretty good, and I can give you layers. The only thing is that you make most of your money in color, and I didn't want to work at one. I didn't want to work at one of those salons where you have to quickly do stuff. I hate that. Because
you could have been your own.
Yeah, I could have. You make a lot of money in color, and I can't see color, so it was a very complicated.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Very complicated.
You would just have to label everything, but the issue is like if somebody wants something very specific, then that's when color theory comes in, and you have to like mix colors and figure out the right shade, and then also you have to take their current hair color and make sure that it like will apply.
Yeah. So it just was very
yeah
for me. So, but it was a trade school, so typically it was junior and senior year. So your junior and senior year, you would go into this trade school and you would do your normal courses, but then you would also do your trade. So like you would go in and then you would come out with a certificate or a thing in that trade.
Right.
So you would essentially be coming out of high school with a career.
Which is fantastic. Yeah, we did get credits towards, college when it came to the, like, if you went to the career tech part for biology specifically and nursing, like, if they would hook you up. I did culinary, so I wasn't as hooked up, although I was because I made connections and it's fucking blurring again. I made connections through my teacher because I finished culinary a year early. Like it's supposed to last you all 4 years. It only lasted me 3 because I was so into it.
You were so dedicated. I was dedicated
and I gave no fucks. And so because it was like something that just came very easily to me and I really enjoy it. And even now, like I cook and stuff. I don't cook often, but I do it well. But I don't know. It was a hobby. I really enjoyed it. And then I was a chef. So my teacher hooked me up with an actual chef at a catering company closer up to Covington in Cincinnati. Actually became like in high school at 16 years old. I actually became a catering chef under real chefs at an actual catering company that does wedding venues.
Oh,
and
wow.
they do weddings, and I can't tell you how many weddings in 2 years, like 16, 17, that I catered.
Why did you stop doing that?
You only made $15 an hour.
Mm.
And people that had been there for years were still making $15 an hour. And it didn't make sense for a real chef to be making
that amount of money.
Yeah. And to be fair, like I really did enjoy it, and I really liked the people because I was working under this guy who was from Boston, and so he had a Boston accent, and his name, I can't say his name, but he was
I
he
can't
was
say his name.
he was so cool, and to me I really liked him because he was an older guy, but he was so chill, and he taught me so many, like he was one of those people who, like, if I had a question, because obviously I was 16, I had a lot to learn.
Yeah.
And so I would ask a question, and he'd take the time to answer and to show me how to do the things that I was asking about. And, like, it was really sweet. And I appreciate, because he was kind of like a mentor to me.
Yeah.
And, and all of because I'm a 16-year-old, in the field with a lot of older people.
Yeah.
And so I like that everybody made sure that I was safe. I thought that was really nice. Especially because I was like the only the only reason I was there was because of the connection that I had to get there. So, which is why networking is important. But I finished the culinary field already in my high school. I was a cook at a local restaurant in town for years, plus again my connection with my teacher, who actually had owned his restaurant at one point and, done all the things, and he was an actual chef and everything like that. So he knew these people, the people who did the catering and everything like that. So, or the chef or whatever, and he convinced him to hire me. And I really enjoyed it. Like, even at 16, I had 2 jobs, which, like, come on, girl, chill. But I really liked, how adult I felt. I really liked that nobody treated me like a child, but they also made sure that I was safe.
Yeah.
Like nobody ever put me in any risky situations. And I really appreciate that, considering I was going, I was in an area I've never been to before, between Park Hills, Covington, Cincinnati, because I was going to all kinds of different, because they own a bunch of different venues. And then you cook at one venue, and then you take it from a van to the other whatever venue they're doing it. And sometimes it was at that venue, but other times it was a different one in Covington or Cincinnati or something like that. And like the Grand, the Pinnacle, I don't know if you've heard of any of these.
I've heard, yeah.
I've worked in all of them.
Oh, wow.
And like you're parking in alleyways, you're at night, you know what I mean? Like you're staying until 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night to like make sure all your dishes are washed, and stuff like that. And you have to wait until the event is over to do these things, or at least until after they eat, in order to do these things. And you have a bunch of wedding parties coming in with a bunch of strangers, and it's important to keep children safe when they're working for you in these kinds of environments that children aren't normally working in.
Yeah.
Especially like minors. And I remember like just going there, and I would work wherever and with like whoever, and every single person just never made me feel uncomfortable. And I loved it. I did.
My first job was a Bob Evans, so which
we all got to start somewhere. My first job was at McDonald's until I turned 16, and I was like,
peace out.
I worked at McDonald's for a total of 2 months because I was just waiting out my birthday.
I do, and I think I've told the story before, but the lady, when I quit Bob Evans, really was like, I'm gonna call, because my uncle got me the job, and she's like, I'm gonna call your uncle, and okay, do so.
Do it.
Like, what do you think he's gonna say to you? Do you think he's gonna punish me? Well, anyway, we do have 2 podcasts out. It's the Jindy podcast, or the Generational Drama, which is this one right now. And then we have Soapbox Books, which goes over Alyssa's books. You do have to watch that in order, or you'll be very confused on what we're talking about.
Very confused.
So make sure you watch that in order.
And there's only 2 episodes out.
Yeah, there's only 2 episodes out right now. Make sure you go and watch those. You can find us on all our socials by the Jindy, or by the Generational Drama podcast, or the Jindy podcast. one of those two. Also, make sure you guys like, follow, and subscribe. Until next time,
Bye.
bye. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Gen D podcast. We're your hosts.
Tyler and Alyssa.
Yeah, I fooled you. It's not an episode. We got some exciting news.
So, September 13th, 2025, we will be at AJ Jolly Park in Alexandria, Kentucky for the 2025 River Valley Viking Festival. We love all of the support that we get, and if you guys want to support us in person, please do show up to this event. If Viking festivals are something of interest to you, you only have to pay for parking, and it's a way for you to meet us if that's something that you would like to do.
I know. I'm super excited.
Me too.
Super stoked.
On the Soapbox book side, I will be selling and promoting my new novel, The Reaper That Sought Me, which I will put up here. And as well as us getting our podcast out there, both of them.
Yes, both of them. We're super excited. This is definitely a new experience for us. So we do have somebody that we have to thank for allowing us to take this opportunity for us to get out there.
And if you live in the Northern Kentucky area or the tri-state of Cincinnati and Indiana, then please definitely join us and just have a good time all the way around. And we cannot wait to see you there. Yeah. It's our first gig.
It is our first gig. It is. It's exciting. I'm super excited. We're going to kind of try to go live for you guys at the event for people that can't make it. So stay tuned for that as well. Again, this is a new experience for us. We've never done something like this before.
Not to mention with our new podcast coming out and everything like that.
Yeah, I know. We've been busy.
Yes, but this will be just around the start of season 4 of the Gen D podcast. So you will be hearing this little promotional video a lot. Again, we hope to see you there. All of the information is in this little video.
Yep.
If you have any questions, feel free to email us at thegendpodcast@gmail.com.
So also make sure you guys like, follow, and subscribe, and stay tuned for future episodes.
Until next time.
Bye.